What's good, YouTube? My name is Darren, the BowTie Fragrance Guy. We talk about fragrances primarily on this channel, but I'd like to throw in some style and grooming content as well. Man, listen, I always say you're doing yourself a great disservice if you go out of your house every day smelling great, but you don't look the part. The smell doesn't match the look. So if you're into looking good and smelling great, make sure you hit subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications by hitting that little bell icon as well. So anytime a new video is uploaded on a platform or YouTube, you get notified. Guys, on today's video, I'm gonna be talking about some fragrances that are super versatile. Super versatile. I mean, you can wear these fragrances absolutely anywhere. These are 5 of my favorite, most versatile fragrances because they fit my lifestyle and my aesthetic. I work in an office environment, and these are fragrances that are perfect for the office. They are no-brainers. I have a lot of fragrances, and honestly, having a lot of fragrances sometimes can kind of present a challenge from the standpoint of just trying to figure out what you want to wear for the day. And so these 5 fragrances that I want to talk about today are 5 of my go-tos where if I'm having one of those days, I know that I can grab one of these 5, and I reach for these 5 quite often, and I know that I'm set. They're great for the office environment. They speak to my personality, and they really are could be considered for myself, and how I carry myself every day in my work environment. They could be really considered like signature scents for me. These fragrances can go past the work environment, though. You can wear them anywhere, and for me, they match my fly. So I'm gonna run the intro. When I come back, I'm gonna give you 5 fragrances in my collection that are super versatile. So if you want to see what's on the list, you know the routine. Keep it locked right here.
The BowTie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into this video. This first fragrance that I want to talk about is a fragrance from the brand of Creed. And this one is super versatile because it, to me, is as versatile, if not even more versatile than the original. I'm talking about Absolute Aventus. I love this fragrance, man. Absolute Aventus. This is black currant, pineapple, you got some nutmeg, cinnamon, and oak moss, and it smells like those great batches of Creed Aventus. I know a lot of people are into the batches and this batch and that batch, but the great batches of Creed Aventus with a little bit of added spice, and that's why I listed nutmeg and cinnamon as 2 of the primary notes in this fragrance, because when I smell it, I smell great vintage elite batch of Creed Aventus with the added spices of nutmeg and cinnamon. That really is a great overview and kind of synopsis of what you're going to get with this fragrance. But it is one that is super versatile. Again, when you're dressed like I dress, and again, for most days it's at least business casual for me, if not a full suit and tie. So this kind of fragrance to me, Absolute Aventus, really complements that kind of aesthetic. And again, it's just a no-brainer. I know I can grab it. I know it's going to work in an office environment. I know I'm going to smell great in the whole 9. And if I'm going somewhere afterwards as well, I know this is the kind of scent profile that's going to just work for me. So again, that's kind of the theme of the 5 fragrances that I'm going to talk about today. But this one has been one that I've been really utilizing a lot as of late. I wish I could see how much was left. I don't think it's a lot. Soon I'm going to get myself the 3.3 ounce bottle, because I really love it. So the first fragrance, super versatile for me and my collection, my lifestyle, and what I need, Absolute Aventus. Guys, speaking of fragrances that really work for you in any environment, and finding a signature scent for some people is not the easiest thing to do, especially if you're not trying to spend a whole lot of money on fragrances. But that's where today's sponsor, Scentbird, comes into play. Listen, man, Scentbird is amazing because it allows you to try a fragrance before you buy a fragrance. Fragrances, whether it's niche or designer, they have a lot of different fragrances on their website. And the great thing about it is you can actually take a quiz before you find your signature scent. You can take a quiz, put in some of the notes that you like, style of fragrance that you're looking for, and they can actually give you some recommendations. But the great thing about it is, again, you're just investing into a sample of that fragrance and not having to spend the full amount for a full bottle. And I'm not just talking about a small sample. The amount that you're gonna get is enough to last you for a full 30 days. So that's a great sample size to try so you can really get acquainted with that fragrance and know, hey, is this something that I really want to invest a full bottle in? And I think it's a great way to sample fragrances to find your versatile signature scents before you invest into a full bottle. Guys, in my box this week, this month, I got 4 fragrances. One was Gin and Tonic from Micaleaf, which is a fragrance I already had. But this one has lime and ginger, cedarwood and vetiver, some of the main notes. It's a really, really great fragrance. I think for someone, I would definitely see that working as a signature scent. That's one that I already had. And I also had Givenchy Gentleman Society. I talked about this fragrance recently on a video. I think this is a great designer fragrance. Like I said, they do have designer and niche. This has sage, vetiver, sandalwood, and vanilla. And I think that vetiver note really helps to give that a more masculine vibe to that fragrance. Something that's kind of different from a lot of the typical designer fragrances that are being released these days, but I did receive that one as well. A fragrance that was very interesting to me that I got this month was Gesada from the brand Gesada. It was called Uomo. This is what the bottle looks like. And some of the main notes in this one was strawberry, Italian lemon, dried apricots, and cedarwood. So that one was really interesting to me. I've tried, I think, maybe 2 fragrances from this brand before, but this is something that's kind of on my radar. Sampling this fragrance, I want to spend some more time with it to see if this is something I would invest a full bottle in. But it has notes that I love, especially that dried apricots. It's kind of like dried fruits. And the strawberry, very unique accord created in the opening of the fragrance. One that really piqued my interest. And guys, my favorite of the bunch this month was #1 Private Reserve from a brand called Leather Vintage Label. I have never heard of it before, but this is what the full bottle looks like. The notes in this one was very simple, clementine, cedarwood, and sun-aged vintage leather. So when you get your package from Scentbird, you're gonna get, your sample's gonna come in a vial like this. It's gonna come in a vial like this, and there's a little locking mechanism here. All you do is you move that down, and that unlocks the case. So then you take your fragrance out of the case, and boom, here's your sample. So #1 Private Reserve by Leather Vintage Label. I've never heard of this particular brand, but this is what your sample will look like. Really nice itomizer. And again, this is enough to last you for 30 days, guys. So spray it. I love this one. I love that freshness and that juicy mandarin opening. So it's a really good contrast between the freshness and the juiciness of that mandarin orange in the opening and that aged vintage leather. But somehow those two accords just really work for me. I was really, really impressed by this one. This is something else that I could kind of see myself having a full bottle of and wearing it in an office environment and it being a signature scent. So guys, if you're interested in trying Scentbird, make sure you scan that QR code that you see on your screen or click on the link below and use the code BowTie5 and you get 55% off of your first order with Scentbird. That's about half off. You get it delivered right to your doorstep. You get a free case as well. And that'll only be about $9. And from that point moving forward, that'll be less than $18 per month. And guys, if you ask me, that's an absolute steal. So make sure, if you're trying to find your signature scent, make sure you click on that link or scan the QR code and try Scentbird. Give them a try and see if you can find one of your versatile signature scents. Guys, I gotta kind of throw this next fragrance in here as an honorable mention. It's kind of a guilty pleasure for me, honestly. It's simplistic, but dang, it smells good and it will work as a good signature scent for me. This is YSL Myself Eau de Parfum. This is kind of an honorable mention. I had to kind of bring this fragrance up, man. You know, but what you're gonna get here basically is bergamot, orange blossom. They have that some patchouli and that ambro fix, which is really kind of just like ambroxan, kind of like an ambroxan isoe super combination. Very simplistic, but man, does this stuff smell great in an office environment. I want to tell you, you can wear this anytime, any place, anywhere. That would be an understatement for this particular fragrance. So, but it's definitely one I want to mention as an honorable mention. YSL Myself Eau de Parfum. I've been really digging this one. This next fragrance is definitely one of my signature scent most versatile fragrances in my collection, and it is from Tom Ford Oud Wood. Say it with me, Oud Wood. It's Oud good. We have cardamom, oud, sandalwood, tonka bean, and black pepper, Sichuan pepper in here. So one of my signature scents, I've been through an entire 50 ml bottle of this stuff. I'm almost through the 100 ml. I have all the body products for this. I have the beard oil, everything you can think of as oud wood, I have it. It's one of my signature scents. It's something that is super versatile for me. I know I'm going to smell great regardless of where I'm going, and I can rock this. So definitely one that I would put in my 5 super versatile fragrances in my collection that I wear a lot, Oud Wood. The next fragrance comes from the brand of Mancera, and this is one I love too, guys, Cedrat Boisé. Cedrat Boisé, lemon, blackcurrant, leather, cedar wood, and oak moss. This is one that's been always compared to Creed Aventus, and I've always said to me, kind of. But this is, that leather note in here really gives this fragrance a scent profile that differentiates this from Creed Aventus. I mean, I get the juicy opening, there's some blackcurrant and some things in there that are similar, but this kind of stands on its own. A little bit more, I won't say it's more masculine, but you guys know what leather, a very prominent leather note can do to a scent profile. You get a lot of leather, a lot of cedar and oak moss on the dry down of this fragrance. But again, it's just another one for me that is super, super versatile in an office environment. I know I can wear this in the office. I can wear it pretty much, like I said, any place, and I'm going to smell good. I'm going to smell great. And again, one thing I love about Mancera, their fragrances don't cost a lot as well. So as you get a good bang for your buck. But definitely one that is versatile. One of my more versatile fragrances in my collection. I love this one. This is Cedrat Boisé from Mancera. Guys, this next fragrance comes from the brand of Bond No. 9, Riverside Drive. Riverside Drive, man, I love this stuff. Pineapple, basil, oak moss, violet, and sandalwood. Wow. Guys, this has one of the best openings that I've ever smelled. One of the best openings. This is a very masculine fragrance, almost to me kind of like Bond's take on a fougere. I know it's not classified as a fougere, but it definitely has fougere-like qualities and characteristics when you smell it. It smells very gentlemanly, I'll say it that way. And again, these type fragrances, woody aromatic fragrances, chypres, actual fougeres, work perfectly for a gentleman in an office environment. I absolutely love this fragrance. I don't think it gets enough love, but this is one that of my go-tos, again, grab and go. I had a bottle and it actually broke. I was about halfway done with it and I had to get another one. So this is actually my second bottle. But a fragrance that is very versatile for me, for sure. If you never tried Riverside Drive, if you're a gentleman who wears a suit and you like Bond No. 9, this is one you gotta try. Riverside Drive from Bond No. 9, one of my super versatile fragrances. And the last fragrance I want to mention to you guys today, this one comes from the brand of Parfums, Burlington 1819. Look at my dent, guys. I love this stuff, man. Love Burlington 1819, mint, grapefruit, tobacco, ginger, and oak moss. It kind of follows a theme here with a lot of these fragrances, guys. Fresh, clean, but masculine. Those are the type of fragrances that I like to wear that are super versatile for my lifestyle, how I dress, where I work, etc., etc. Burlington 1819 is a absolute staple and a go-to for me. It's really clean and fresh. Again, you get that grapefruit and minty opening of this fragrance. And then, of course, again, the dry down. The freshness and spiciness. The ginger dries down with the cedar wood, some tobacco on here as well, and oak moss, just to give it a really, really masculine, gentlemanly kind of appeal. And that's what I love so much about this fragrance. Absolutely love it. Versatility. Were a picture of a fragrance, it would look something like this, in my humble opinion. I absolutely love this fragrance from Parfums. It is one of their most versatile fragrances I have in my entire Roja collection as far as versatility this side of Elysium. So check it out. One of my favorites from Roja, man. Burlington 1819. But that is it, guys. That's my time. I hope you enjoyed this video today as I gave you 5 extremely versatile fragrances in my collection that I can wear anytime, any place, and anywhere. What are some fragrances you have in your collection that fit this description? I would love to hear from you down in the comments section. And as always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and your attention to these videos. You don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks out there that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren. I'm the BowTie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell fantastic. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.